Hey everyone, and thank you for joining me today. So, in this video, I'm going to tell you where God came from. He revealed it to me in a dream, and so I'm going to describe that in this video. I'm just going to go back a little bit because I had a dream in July of 2022 that I went to hell. Many people don't believe that hell exists. I had always been taught growing up in church that hell did exist. But one day I questioned it when I heard that Jehovah's Witnesses don't believe in hell. They believe that Jehovah God is too loving and too caring to ever create a place like that for people to go. And they also believe that he created hell for Satan, maybe the fallen angels and demons, but well, the rest of the fallen angels and demons, but not humans. So for the first time in my life, I questioned whether or not hell was actually real. And if it was, I questioned whether it was as bad as people said that it was. That same night, I questioned the reality of hell. I had a dream that I was in there. And I had no doubt once I woke up, hell is absolutely real. I'm not going to speak of my hell experience in this video, but I've already uploaded that video in earlier this month, like January 2024. It has 3 parts, and I'll add the link to it. Once you finish watching this video, you'll see the link at the very end of the screen. You can click on the link to be taken to the hell video. Okay, so I had the dream about hell, and I absolutely hated that dream when I woke up because in the dream, I didn't know I was actually dreaming until I woke up. I thought I was really there. But every question that I had ever asked the Lord was answered in that one dream. But I'm going to do subsequent videos about hell because I learned a lot of information. Um, I even know where God Himself came from, which is the reason I'm doing this video. But I don't remember every single detail about the dream itself or everything that I learned. But I remember enough to be able to tell other people what happened. This YouTube channel is dedicated to me explaining the spiritual information that the Lord has revealed to me. But I'm not going to allow any comments because if I'm teaching about spirituality, who do you think I'm going to attract the most of? And I'm also not going to show my face because sometimes when I start talking about like the different bloodlines, I know there are going to be people who say I'm race baiting. And I work with a lot of people who are not melanated. And so I don't want them to see my videos and think that I'm race baiting when I talk about there being different bloodlines upon the earth. So if you want to know more about that, whenever I upload that video, if you subscribe and click the notification, you'll be made aware. So I'm not trying to attract demonic spirits who want to put a whole bunch of stuff in my comment section. I don't have time to man the comments and erase the negative things or the false teachings that they'll put in there. And so I'm not going to allow any comments. But if this channel is for you, then I pray you stay and learn. If it's not, then I wish you well. Now, I was always that child who asked lots and lots of questions. I would ask my mom why the sky was blue, where the girl and boy angels, where God came from. She would tell me to go to my teachers. My teachers would send me back to her. One day she finally just said, hey, you're going to have to go to God and ask. So I asked the Lord these questions for years. And after feeling like He wasn't listening, I just stopped asking. But the Lord never forgets. I grew up into adulthood, forgot about many of these questions. But in time, when I was old enough and spiritually awakened enough to understand, He gave me the answers little by little. And He gave me a lot of answers in that one dream. But the Bible says, seek and ye shall find, Matthew 7:7. Whatever you're seeking, you will find it. So I searched by reading the Bible, I prayed for knowledge, and I also fasted. There have been several religious men who get angry with me because of the spiritual knowledge that the Lord has given me. They say, God doesn't use women. God would never give a woman any spiritual knowledge. But they're going by the teachings of Paul in the book of Timothy, when Paul says a woman should not teach. But the Lord Himself said in Acts 2:7, He would pour out His Spirit upon all flesh. He said, sons and daughters shall prophesy. I don't know about you, but these are the last days. Who cares how they get the truth as long as they get it? The Lord can use women to teach. He can also use children to prophesy. And in these last days, you're going to start seeing things like you've never seen them before. So if you're hung up on the outside and what a person looks like rather than the knowledge or truth that they're speaking, you're going to be left behind. 1 Samuel 16:7 says, the Lord says unto Samuel, look not on his countenance or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord seeth not as man seeth, for man look on the outer appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. So trust me, this knowledge did not come without a price. I fasted, prayed, read the entire Bible several times. I had to seek the Lord. Now, here's the answer to the question you came here to find. Where did Yah, the creator, Yahuwah, Alpha and Omega, where did he come from? Where did God come from? Well, the Lord revealed to me that everything in the universe is made up of energy. You and I are also energetic beings. It takes energy for us to move, to blink, to breathe, to eat. But who created us and gave us this energy? Well, the Creator, the Most High did. He created us and He gave us our energy. Since we cannot create ourselves, who created the Creator? He revealed to me that he does not have a mother or a father or siblings. He is a spiritual being and therefore does not need parents. You only need a mother or a father in this physical world, which is the world that we live in. But in the spiritual world, you do not need parents because you are created with energy only and not with a body. Everything is made up of energy. There are different frequencies of energy that cause people to vibrate on different levels. Now, hear me out. Have you ever heard someone say, I got a bad vibe from that person? Vibe is simply short for the word vibration. Energy has different frequencies that cause us to vibrate on certain levels, but nevertheless, everything is made up of energy. Even stones have energy. And that's why people take stones and when they do massages and will put stones on people's backs because stones have energy. Even the Lord told you that the rocks would cry out and hit, then worship him if we don't. Every Everything has energy. It's made up of energy. And if you don't know, if you remember science from like elementary lessons, you remember that we were taught that energy can never be created or destroyed. So a lot of people say that the Bible and science are against each other, but they're not. Science is supposed to back up the Bible and prove what the Bible has already said. Science can be measured, and in this physical world that we live in, things can be measured, but in the spiritual realm, they cannot be measured. You have to have faith to believe the things that go on in the spiritual realm. So we can't see the spiritual realm in this physical world. We just have to have faith and believe that it's going to happen and come to pass in the way that's beneficial for us. But when it comes to science, science can be measured. The spiritual world is immeasurable. So we're supposed to be able to use science to measure and back up what the Lord has already said in the spiritual world. But energy can never be created or destroyed. What does that mean? It means that the universe is full of energy and that energy has always been there. It was not created because it's always been there. It has always been there and it will never be destroyed because you can't destroy energy. There's life in energy. And if the universe is full of energy, then the universe is full of life. Although energy can never be created or destroyed, it can be transformed into another form. So when our bodies die, the energy that we're made up of, it never really dies. It's impossible because energy cannot die. Science also teaches us that energy is simply transformed. That means your energy is being transformed out of the physical world into the spiritual world when your body dies or when your body gets recycled. I'll talk about more about your body being recycled in the hell dream that I had, or the hell video. But God, Yah, is a spiritual being, and He too is made up of energy. He revealed to me that a lot of energy came together in the universe and created Him. He is made up of a vast amount of energy. Energy can sometimes be void. You have to tell energy what to do. So when you work out in the morning, you're telling your energy to exercise. You're using energy to exercise. When you sing a song, you're using energy to do that. You're telling your energy to sing. So when God was created, energy came together and formed a very powerful, positive being. Yah is the most powerful being in the universe because the amount of energy that came together to form him was vast. The universe has a conscience. I think that they've proven that recently that the universe has a conscience. But God was formed, Yah was formed from positive energy in the universe. There can never be another Yah or God because so much energy was already used to make him. Yah can create lesser beings, but there will never be anything or anyone more powerful than him because there is not enough energy left in the universe to create another God that can even match him or his power. We are not supposed to worship the universe, but the creator because he is the one who created us. And the universe created Yah, but Yah created us. Therefore, we do not worship the universe, but the creator of us. So no negative energy was used to create the creator. And as a result, he is only positive. Energy can be assigned a frequency, right? The energy used a positive frequency to create YAH, and it was a perfect frequency. And that's why he hates negativity and he rebukes it, because it's the opposite of what he is and what he stands for. No other being in this universe can ever compare to the creator, because he is the most powerful. The level of energy used to make him has caused him to be extremely powerful. As I said, there are lesser beings, but no one can match him. And the lesser beings, there were some that envied his power and tried to compete against him, but they do not have the level of energy that he does. That's why the Lord doesn't sleep nor slumber. Remember Psalms 121:4? He says, "Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither sleep or slumber nor sleep." Well, he doesn't sleep or even get tired because he has way too much energy. He simply rested on the seventh day, the Sabbath, to teach us to rest, because he knows that we sleep and we slumber. And he did that as an example for us, but he did not need to do that for himself. Now, Satan's aware that the universe created Yah, and rather than worship Yah, Satan is trying to get people to worship the universe. Satan is also trying to manipulate things in the universe to obtain power for himself, so that he can compete with Yah. But as I've said before, there is not enough energy left in the universe to create another being with the power of Yah. I did a video about how Satan is trying to harvest our energy through sin. He's trying to harvest negative energy through sin, so that he can garner enough energy to try and compete with Yah, especially during the Battle of Armageddon, which, as I've said before, it's not even possible. But I did upload that video, so make sure you watch that. But energy has a lot of different benefits, and energy has to be told what to do. So when the Lord created you, he took energy from the universe. He gave it two things. He gave it a gift and a purpose and sent it to the earth. He gave each of us a purpose and a gift. He gave the energy a name, told it what to do. Energy has to be commanded and told what to do. So basically, energy was sitting there waiting to be used, but energy is alive. So the energy came together. When the Lord gave you a gift, he gave you an aspect of his personality. If you are a sculptor, then that is the gift the Creator gave you, because that is one aspect of his personality. He is also a sculptor. He sculpted Adam and Eve's body when he was creating them. If you are a musician, another aspect of Yah's personality. If you want to know his name is Yahuwah. I call him Yah for short. Yah was created with positive energy within the universe that came together and formed a powerful, positive being. The more energy that you have, the more creativity you will have access to. That is why the Lord is always creating things in people. Think about it. When you're low on energy, do you have a desire to create anything? No, it's when you're feeling refreshed that you have the desire to create. So, to make the long story short, the Creator was created within the universe with an immeasurable amount of positive energy and a perfect frequency that came together to form him. Remember, energy has to be given a purpose. And when the positive energy all came together to create a being, they made the Creator. The energy was it was in agreement, and there's power in agreement. And there are people who target certain groups of people and try to get them to hate and destroy each other and themselves, because they don't want them to agree and come together in unity, because they know that if they were to do that, they get the attention of the Most High. The Creator loves positive unity, because that's what he is made up of. So when you're in positive unity, you're in agreement with him, and he is in agreement with you. When people get together in positive unity, he is there. He speaks about that in Matthew 18:20. So now you know where the Creator came from and why it is so important that you stay positive and unified, because that makes him feel closer to you and you'll feel closer to him. Yah was created with a purpose, and therefore he creates things with a purpose. To all of you who may feel as though you are without a purpose, think again. I was abused and neglected as a child, and for a long time, I thought I had absolutely no purpose. But Yah is a God of purpose. He was created with a purpose, and everything he creates has a purpose, which is why there is no such thing as the Big Bang Theory, because you were created with a purpose and not by accident. The Big Bang Theory just implies that you were randomly created, the earth and the world was randomly made. But you can look at your body and see that you were created with a purpose. Why are your legs under your body? If you were created randomly, like the Big Bang Theory implies, then your legs would randomly be on your body. You would have you could have a leg sticking out of your back, or you have one sticking out of the top of your head, but they're under you so that you can walk. Um, What about the tongue being in your mouth and your mouth being under your nose? Your mouth being under your nose means that you can smell the food that you're about to eat, which causes your body to produce saliva that helps break down the food, and your tongue has taste buds that make the food enjoyable. That's not random, that's purposeful. Anyway, Yah uses energy. He used energy to create you. He gave the energy a purpose. He did not create himself. He was created. And when I say that Yah was created and did not create himself, the energy came together in agreement and created Yah. The purpose of this energy coming together in agreement was to make a supreme being to rule over everything, which is what he does. He was the first being that the universe ever created, which is why he is the beginning. And since he will be here forever, he is also the end. Again, his power can never be matched because of the amount of energy that came together to form him. It's immeasurable. Yah is a male, not female. He's male because everything began with the male because the male carries the seed. The Lord planted seeds within the earth. The earth is a female. And now we have various kinds of harvests, fruits, vegetables, herbs from the seeds that he planted. Yah is now the supreme being who rules the universe because he has more power than everything and everyone in the universe, and now the universe itself. He has more power than the universe itself, which is why you should not be worshiping the universe. You should be worshiping Yah, the creator, because he created you. And now you know where the creator came from. And to those of you who like my videos and you watch until the end, thank you so much. I appreciate your support. I really, um, I'm grateful. I really appreciate it. But make sure that you check out my other videos because sometimes I'll mention things in this video and I won't go into too much depth and you may be a little confused. But if you watch some of the other videos, I'll explain the things in greater detail. But my Cash App is in the description box if you'd like to sow a seed. That is not necessary. But thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next one. I love you and please be encouraged.